A very good morning to you, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Trending Topics. My name is Chris Migwambo.
And I am Silvia Muraguri.
Sylvia, one of the video going around is about two young men stealing from Nairobi and Gikomba market. What can you say?
That one I saw, Chris, and I must admit that it was really funny.
Yeah.
You know, like these people, you buy commodities from them. Maybe you bought a dress, a top, or a khaki trouser. And when you get home, my friend, it is the opposite of what you got. I remember this particular day, my two friends and I went to buy stuff from there.
Yeah.
And we were fortunate, me and the other friend, to get what exactly we bought. Yeah. But as for my friend, she got one big fat of a sock. You know, but we're all excited to fit in our dresses. She removes, I think, one big socks that maybe belonged to like the fattest man in the world. It was not funny because if you tore that socks, trust me, it would have been a strapless dress for you.
And then from this on also, it also happens in these mobile phones we buy on the street, especially smartphone. Yeah. There's a guy who comes to you with a box of an iPhone 6.
Yeah, and he tells you, Kaka, unataka simu unauza. And when you go open at the back, it is filled with mud. It is like mud, like I don't even know how to explain it. But conning people, I don't think should be the way, especially hawkers who would really try to promote because, you know, you don't have licensed business at the same time. Please have sympathy on someone who just took time to come all the way to Gikomba to buy their stuff, you know.
And also, they were caught on video, so I think they should be arrested.
You think so?
Yeah, they should be arrested to be an example
to
the others who are still planning to steal on.
That was Chris if he was to become a policeman, not my sentiments exactly. So let's cross over to Uganda, where 34 mourners were arrested in Lira village for going to attend a notorious thief's burial. This time, attending a thief's burial is crime in Uganda. Like, you should not be sitting there trying to mourn. This thief actually committed acts of humanity against, you know, people. So he's not someone who you should sympathize with, or his family, or his loved ones.
I think the Uganda policemen are very fun.
This is hilarious though. Can you imagine you're crying, you're busy crying, like shedding tears seriously, and a policeman comes like, wait, you're under arrest. Now will you be crying because of your own problems, or you'll be crying because you're one of the mourners who attended the burial of the thief?
You know, the police in Uganda are trying to give us a picture that mourning the dead is not an African thing.
It is
but
not.
You know, it's an African thing whereby people will turn up. Those who want to cry will cry. Those who want to just come and look at
and attend and just eat. You know.
But how do you arrest people because of attending?
Of mourning. I don't even know how that. 34
which police station can hold 34 inmates?
I'm actually understanding how many cars came. I'm trying to understand how many cars came to get the mourners for them to go to the police station.
I'm not surprised. That's
and how they were writing down their statements. You know, it is very funny. So let's cross over back to Kenya, where the NTSA was directed by President Uhuru Kenyatta yesterday to be withdrawn from the Kenyan roads, and the traffic police officers take over the duties on the Kenyan highways as it was before. So this, Chris, actually is very interesting because NTSA was established in bids to control and regulate the Kenyan highways, but now here they are being withdrawn and the traffic police being brought back. So reactions from Twitter will actually get you laughing, you know, a little bit, because others are saying that same forest, different monkeys. As in umetoa NTSA na unarejesha polisi.
By just saying that the NTSA officers should not be on our highways. It means that when the traffic police officers come back, corruption is coming back with them.
You think so?
Yeah, and then they'll start.
So are you trying to say that NTSA were not corrupt?
If you want where corruption lives, go to NTSA.
That is not my sentiment. I do not fully agree with you. So we cross over to Ingo-san, who says that Ongera boy child president and Senior Kundi.
Yeah.
Senior Kundi, the other day we saw him complaining about the NTSA.
By the way,
and now,
he really complained about this on social media.
And now the act has been taken up by President Uhuru Kenyatta, and NTSA are now out of the Kenyan highways.
They have to go out, and this is another win for President Uhuru Kenyatta, because after naming the cabinet and also just giving the 35% tax on betting sites and all this, this one is another win for him, because these guys really took over the Kenyan highways.
Yeah, they did.
Imagine you're traveling home with your family, and then they just guess that, you know what, you've been overspeeding, so we are giving you a placard to walk with it along the road while your family is waiting for you.
Imagine
meters away.
Imagine. That reminds me of when we were young in primary school and how we used to be given this disc because of noise making to walk around the entire school compound and show people that we are the empty debbies in the compound.
And funny enough, I never took that disc because I rarely used to talk. I just don't know why.
I don't believe you, Chris, because you're here telling us trending stuff and sending motionette to the entire Kenya. So really, unajitetea hapo. So now people are saying that now the boys should get out of the bushes. Chris. True.
These guys were, I'm told they were really hiding from certain areas so that they take picture and then send it to the next stop where the officers
are. That's where people used to get stopped and told that you guys were overspeeding.
But how comes when the media was out there to look for those guys, we didn't find them?
But now on Twitter you are telling me another story. Go enlighten our viewers.
Yeah, there's a story going around of an NTSA officer who was hiding in a certain bush, and then he was bitten by a snake on the side, on a very funny part of the body.
They are going back rear view mirrors. Yeah, so that is sad. Is it true? No, but actually, I don't think it is true, because I saw a claim by NTSA dismissing those allegations. So now Sugu John says that from the frying pan into the fire.
Exactly. To me, you can remember we've had a lot of accidents on our roads where the NTSA officers were, and then before this board was made, the traffic police officers who were taking care of our roads. But you realize that we also lost quite a number of people out of that, corruption, overloading, and all these other things. So it means that the few we've lost during the December festive season, we're going to lose more.
Okay. So let's cross over to Kenyan Bazaar's comments that says that let's be real, who's supposed to control the madness, NTSA, traffic police, or the drivers? Because now for me, I'll actually second the
Car Bazaar
opinion, because there's this video that the Car Bazaar as well posted that showed two buses trying to overtake from one lane. That means that 2 lanes and 3 vehicles. That is so sad, because you can imagine how that risky that is if you can see it from our screens, because we took that one for you. So Chris, is it the drivers or is it NTSA and the traffic police? Because at the end of the day, whether there are 1 million traffic police deployed on the roads, there's still the madness in some of the Kenyan drivers.
The drivers right now, there's a certain feeling that these guys are overspeeding, even in the city. We've seen in Nairobi.
They're doing all crimes, overspeeding.
And also traffic police, corruption, and their work is going hand in hand. And then NTSA, they tried, but unfortunately Kenyans have said no. Generally, I think the society, it starts from the government. We need better roads. Like the area for Salga, it should be expanded. We have a double gauge road whereby those going out of Nairobi go on one direction, and those just like super highways, so that at least this the pains and the stress that is coming with road accident and all this just stop.
Okay, Chris, now let's cross over to your area of interest, which is football and clubs and all that. So who is Patrick Matasi?
Patrick Matasi is a goalkeeper for Rangers FC.
Rangers FC. Does he play for Harambee Stars as well?
Yes, that is the best goalkeeper this country has had, and he is the latest talk of town. Really? You can remember the SCAFA finals between Kenya.
Senior Challenger.
That happened at Kenyatta Stadium in Machakos. He really saved us. And he made us, at least we can believe now in Harambee Stars, because from the last 10 games, we gave up, and we were like, these ambassadors will never come to win anything.
So I understand that the European clubs are interested in signing the Harambee Stars goalkeeper Patrick Matasi.
There's quite a lot of clubs in Turkey that have shown that they want this guy, and from the look of things, it's like the Kenyan football is now growing. For the fact that a European country is looking for a goalkeeper. So next they'll look for striker, because already the top scorer in the Kenya Premier League is now in South Africa, and people doing Olunga is in Spain.
I understand that he was also the best player of the year.
Yeah. You can remember.
As voted by who though?
As voted in the SOYA, the Sports Personality of the Year.
Oh, that's the platform.
Yeah, it's always made in the country once in a year to reward the players both for Harambee Stars and for the Premier League.
Yeah, I think that is very interesting, and congratulations to Patrick Matasi.
Yeah, and thank you for saving the penalties and saving us in the finals, man.
Yeah, and I need you to coach Chris Migwambo here. He's a really huge fan of you, by the way. So let's cross over to Kitui County, where the 25-year-old mother of 3 sold the 3-year-old baby for 10,000 shillings.
Sad.
3 days old baby.
It's sad.
Imagine, for 10,000 shillings
it's
only.
It's very sad.
Are you equal to 10,000? Okay, if you are an infant, if you were to go back during those days.
Before even I answer you, we can remember very back on this desk, we talked about people being sold in Libya.
Yeah.
And from that point, we agreed that no human being should be sold.
Yeah.
But look, 3-day-old, not 3-year,
3-day-old, imagine.
Someone who doesn't know the mother still, he doesn't have the idea where he is, doesn't have the right just to walk or look for something.
Yeah.
For 10,000, it's a no-no.
It is a no-no.
Yes.
So the mother actually says that she was, she did this rather because she is undergoing some poverty issues. Like she's not able to fend for the baby and provide for her.
Yeah, that's why I'm telling you it's a sad story. Because of poverty, it turns back to the government and to the leaders we elect, and Kitui, I'm sure it's having the MP, the senator, the governor, the women rep, especially the women rep. These are stories that should not come out of your area of leadership. Yeah. It brings a very bad name. So
Chris, because I know you like giving judgments, what would you have done to such a person who's committed such a crime?
For selling a 3-day-old baby.
Yeah.
Like right now, the baby, will be considering the baby.
Yeah.
Because we can't arrest this woman. The baby obviously cannot be inside and all that. But at least get back the baby, take back the money, and get sponsors and all well-wishers to just help her.
Now let me tell you now that the mandate that the court in Kitui gave, the final verdict, both to the mother of the baby and the person she was selling to, who goes by the name Benedict Mosanya, they were both charged with with child trafficking. Yeah, that's very true. And so they were charged but released. Yeah, but that's fine, because it's going to at least give the baby and the mother that time. A 3-day-old, the mother. Would you trust the mother with the baby though? Yeah, I have to trust her this time around, because already it has come to the public domain. There's definitely well-wishers who have already gotten into this space, and they will definitely help her. Hey, I see. You have very different career lines here, and I'm really battling one very strong individual. So guys, that is all we had lined up for you today here on the Trending Topics. Catch us tomorrow, same time, same place here on Loloi TV. I have been your host, Silvia Muraguri. And I'm Chris Megwambo.